had the privilege to cover many benefit events that raise funds for humans, but not tonight. Tonight's event highlights man's best friend, as well as showcases them as the stars of the event. This event began in 2007 and since then has raised over $2.2 million for the Washington Humane Society. I'm here at the National Building Museum to celebrate Fashion for Paws. Join us as we interview VIPs, models, and event organizers.
I'm excited as well, Kathleen. I had the pleasure of covering this event in 2011 and came away with some really amazing memories. But the real heart and soul of Fashion for Paws are the models who've spent the last few weeks raising at least $5,000 toward this very worthwhile cause. In fact, the top fundraiser will be named Model Washingtonian of the Year. I'm really thrilled to get started, so stay with us.
Amanda, who are you wearing tonight?
Intermix.
And why did you choose to raise funds for the Washington Humane Society?
Oh, I help the little animals who can't help themselves, so it's a great cause. So,
is this your first year participating?
Oh, I've been on with about 5 years.
And do you get nervous before you go on the runway?
Absolutely. Who doesn't? So,
what advice do you have for models maybe this year or for next year's event?
Just enjoy it, breathe, relax, and enjoy the moment. So,
thanks, Amanda. We can't wait to see you out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Here with Steve Chenevy, anchor and reporter at ABC. Steve, who are you wearing tonight?
Wow, boy, that's a good question. Now you're putting me on the spot. I'm actually wearing Joseph A. Banks, but it's not what you would expect from Joseph A. Banks. So I'm going to leave it at that, but it's going to be have a little more flair to it.
Okay. Now, how did you first get involved with the Washington Humane Society?
You know, I've actually done this every year. So the first year that we did this, I signed on as a model, and then we found out a few hours before the show that we didn't have an MC. So I took on the MC role, and then was just blown away by how generous everybody was and how great the presentation was, and I've just been back every year. So it's really become one of my favorite events, and I think one of the best events that you have here in Washington.
Now, do you get nervous before you're going to walk down the runway?
Yeah, of course you do, a little bit. You try to say that you don't, but you know, I think you'd be lying if you really didn't. But I have two big dogs, and I had the same two big dogs last year, and what I learned is they do whatever they want, which is great for me. It takes the attention off of me. They're obviously the star of the show, so you just kind of go with it.
What are their names?
Shredder and Splinter.
Ah, okay. They're great dogs. I actually know them.
Yeah.
But now, what advice do you have for models that are participating in next year's event?
Oh boy, that's a great question. Just have fun with it, really. You know, and it's really just the kind of thing you work so hard to do the fundraising, to get everything together, and then when you come out here, just enjoy it and just have fun. You see some people that are a little stressed out. You just have to kind of let that go and just realize this is what you worked for. Everything's for a great cause. Just go out and have a good time.
Thanks, Steve. Great advice.
Nicole. Tara, welcome. Thanks for speaking with us for a few minutes.
Thank you so much for being here.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about how you got involved from the beginning with Fashion for Paws.
Well, Fashion for Paws has just started with, you know, a simple idea to do a fashion show. Never did we expect to be at this point in time. It was when we met Marielle Shortell from Syzygy Events in 2010. She took us under her wing, and I had no idea what they would be able to do and create, but they really, everything you see here tonight is Marielle's vision, and she has really knocked it out of the park tonight. It's amazing, and
absolutely spectacular.
Syzygy Events and Marielle.
It's spectacular. Good choice. What's your favorite part of tonight?
I do have to say my favorite part is when the music's pumping and the show is going. There is such energy, and there is nothing more electric about that feeling and saying, we did it, we raised this much money for a cause that we care so much about, and there's that sense of accomplishment in that moment that nothing can replace that feeling.
Can you tell us a little bit about tonight? Is there a little bit of a sneak peek or what we can expect to see?
Well, tonight it's going to be very interesting for us. We've never done this before. We wanted to bring the mission of the Washington Humane Society into this a bit more, so we created the Humane Hero Award, and we're honoring Congressman Moran and Congressman Campbell tonight with this on the stage. So we're really excited to really bring in Washington and that element of individuals that are really doing great work for animals. And then the big fashion show. And Tysons Galleria has got some exclusive spring looks on that runway tonight that are really going to wow everybody.
Oh, that's going to be one of my favorite parts for sure.
Yes, and I have to add the doggies outfits. So we have 62 doggy models, all dressed by Wag Time. Every dog is detailed to match or correspond with what Tysons Galleria has done. So Wag Time really, really worked hard to make that come together.
That's great. I know the dogs and their fashion are one of my favorite parts, and it's what makes this event so charming.
It does.
Absolutely.
I mean, where else do you get the, couture and cuddly dogs all in one and dressed to the nine? It is a blast.
Only fashion for Paws.
Only fashion for Paws.
Well, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you,
We
guys.
look forward to the rest of the evening. The President and CEO of the Washington Humane Society. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for coming tonight. We really appreciate it.
Oh, we're happy to be here. It's a great cause. We loved all the dogs on stage. It was wonderful.
Yeah, the thing that's really special to me is that those dogs were shelter dogs in some of our earlier Fashion for Paws. People see them, they see what beautiful animals they are, adopt them, and then want to raise money for us.
I know, I almost went home with two myself tonight.
Well, that happens to me all the time.
I'm sure. We wanted to ask a little bit about how you got started with the Humane Society. It's a very interesting story.
Sure. I actually spent the first half of my life in the corporate world, and my daughter actually developed a neurological disease when she was 9. And I had to leave my job in order to advocate for her. And we had adopted this cat from the shelter. And that cat really put her life on a whole different track. He calmed her, he was her companion, he would comfort her at night, and I just started thinking there's something magical about the connection between people and animals. And eventually I thought, this is the work I want to do, bringing people and animals together.
It's such a great cause. Let us ask you, what was your favorite part about tonight, in particular?
What I love to see is the incredible enthusiastic reaction of the models who have been working, many of them, for 6 or 8 months. And you can just see their joy and their pride when they come on stage. And the beautiful thing about this event is their individual personalities are what enable them to raise the money. And then we get to see those personalities and that passion on stage.
Absolutely true. And the way the animals and the models...
Oh, they just nail it. They nail it, yeah.
They sure did. How can people find out more about what the Humane Society is doing?
Well, I think there are a couple of ways. First of all, I'd love to have people come to www.washhumane.org. That's our website, has everything about us. We also have a Facebook page which has well over 11,000 followers, and that's a wonderful way to stay connected to us because we post daily news, daily needs, breaking events. So those 2 ways are great ways to follow us. And to get more involved, we always want volunteers, we always want adopters, so we just want to bring the community in.
And how can people make a donation after the event?
Sure, they can actually go to www.washhumane.org, and there's a donate button. I would encourage people to go there and click on that because every day we see 35 new animals coming in every day.
Well, we're so grateful for what you do.
Thank you.
And the society. It's just been a wonderful night, and we appreciate having the time to talk today.
Well, I hope you come back next year.
We'd be honored.
Thank you.
Lisa LaFontaine.
Thank you.
It's about that time of the evening when we're about to say goodbye. We've had a wonderful time tonight. A lot of happy emotions around all of the dogs that we saw on stage and we got to meet tonight. And I fell in love with at least 3 or 4 of them by the end of the night myself. So, love the decorations by Syzygy, and just really thinking about all the fun we had tonight. Kathleen, what did you think of the event?
Jane, I really enjoyed seeing the passion that the models have for this organization, seeing how everything came together and effort that went into every detail to make this event perfect. I'm excited to see what they have in store for 2014. I'm Kathleen Doyle with Inside Look. Jane, I'll see you at the after party.
It's all about when you